Everyone, time is the most valuable asset we have. It's something we can never get back once it's gone, yet too often we give it away freely to distractions, to obligations that don't serve us, and to people who drain rather than uplift us. Today, I want to remind you, be selfish with your time, not in a negative way, but in a way that protects your energy, your growth, and your happiness. Think about it. How often do you say yes to things you... How many times have you put off your own goals to accommodate someone else's plans? Every time you do, you trade your time for something that may not serve you. It's time to change that. Being selfish with your time doesn't mean neglecting others. It means setting boundaries. It means prioritizing your goals, your health, and your peace of mind. It means focusing on what truly matters. Time is the most valuable asset we possess, yet it is often the most overlooked. Unlike money, which can be earned, saved, and spent again, time moves in only one direction. Once it is gone forever. This makes it the single most precious resource in our lives, and yet so many of us fail to recognize its true worth until it's too late. We waste hours scrolling through social media, engaging in meaningless conversations, or committing to tasks and obligations that bring us no joy or progress. Every moment we spend on something unimportant is a moment we can never reclaim. Consider how we guard our physical possessions, our money, our belongings, our homes. We ensure they are protected, that they are used wisely, and that they are not carelessly given away. But do we treat our time with the same level of care? Most of us don't. We allow others to dictate how we spend it. We waste it on things that do not serve our future, and we fail to set boundaries that protect it. If we treated time like money, budgeting it wisely and investing it in things that truly matter, our lives would look drastically different. The reality is that everything in life is replaceable except for time. You can always get another job, make new friends, or buy new things, but you can never relive the same hour, day, or year once it has passed. This is why it is crucial to be conscious of how we allocate our time. Every second we spend should contribute to our growth, happiness, and purpose. Whether it's learning something new, working towards a goal, or simply resting to rejuvenate, every moment should have meaning. People who understand the value of time become intentional with it. They make thoughtful choices about where they invest their energy and whom they spend their time with. They understand that time wasted on negativity, unproductive habits, or relationships that drain them is time stolen from their own potential. The most successful individuals in the world are not just hard workers, they are masters of their time. They recognize that every passing moment is either an investment in their future or a debt against their progress. When we fully grasp the value of time, we start making better choices. We stop procrastinating, we stop engaging in meaningless distractions, and we stop allowing others to misuse our hours. We start prioritizing what truly matters, our dreams, our passions, and our well-being. Time is not just something we should spend, it is something we should cherish, protect, and use wisely. Because at the end of the day, how we spend our time determines the quality of our lives. People often give away their time too freely without truly considering its worth or the long-term consequences. It happens so naturally that most of us don't even realize it. We accept unnecessary meetings, engage in conversations that add no value to our lives, and commit to obligations out of guilt or social pressure. We let distractions, interruptions, and other people's demands consume our precious hours, often without questioning whether these things align with our own goals or happiness. This pattern is so ingrained in daily life that by the time we recognize how much time we've lost, it's often too late to reclaim it. Think about how often you've said yes to things you didn't want to do, staying on a phone call longer than necessary, attending events out of obligation rather than desire, or helping someone with a task at the expense of your own priorities. While kindness and generosity are important, constantly giving away your time without considering your own needs leads to exhaustion, resentment, and stagnation. The problem is that time, once given away, cannot be taken back. Every minute spent on something unimportant is a minute that could have been used for personal growth, rest, or working towards something meaningful. The truth is, many people do not value your time as much as you do. They may unintentionally take advantage of your availability, assuming you will always be there to listen, assist, or support them, without considering how it affects you. This is not to say that helping others is wrong, but there must be a balance. You must recognize when your time is being drained unnecessarily and learn to set boundaries that protect it. Without these boundaries, you risk falling into a cycle where other people's needs always come before your own, leaving you with little time for your own growth, peace, or ambitions. Another way people give away their time too freely is by allowing distractions to take over. Social media, television, and aimless browsing can easily consume hours of the day without us even realizing it. What starts as a quick check of notifications turns into an hour of scrolling through content that does not enrich our lives. Similarly, spending too much time in unproductive conversations, gossip, or arguments only drains energy without adding any real value. When we let these distractions take control, we end up with less time for things that truly matter: our dreams, our relationships, our health, and our personal development. One of the biggest reasons people fail to manage their time effectively is the fear of saying no. Many worry that declining an invitation, rejecting a request, or setting limits will make them seem rude or selfish. However, the reality is that people who respect you will also respect your time. If someone gets upset because you prioritize your own well-being, that is a reflection of their expectations, not your responsibility. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful skills when it comes to protecting your time. It allows you to take control of your schedule, ensuring that your energy is spent on things that truly align with your values and goals. Time is one of the few things in life that we can never earn back, yet so many people continue to waste it without a second thought. The key to using time wisely is understanding its true value and making conscious decisions about where and how to spend it. Being selective about what you commit to, avoiding unnecessary distractions, and setting firm boundaries are all essential steps toward taking control of your time. Instead of letting others decide how you spend your days, be intentional. Prioritize the activities, relationships, and goals that contribute to your well-being and personal growth. Saying yes too often means sacrificing your own priorities. And many people don't realize the extent of this until they feel overwhelmed, exhausted, or unfulfilled. Every time you agree to do something that does not align with your own goals, you are essentially putting someone else's needs above your own. While helping others and being available for family, friends, and colleagues is important, there must be a limit. If you constantly say yes to every request, invitation, or favor, you may find yourself with little time left for the things that truly matter to you. Many people feel guilty when they say no, as if they are being rude, unkind, or unhelpful. This guilt often stems from societal expectations that encourage selflessness and generosity. However, there is a difference between being generous and overextending yourself. If you always put others first, you will eventually have nothing left for yourself. Your dreams, ambitions, and even your mental and physical health will take a back seat as you prioritize everyone else's needs before your own. When this happens, frustration and resentment can build, making it difficult to maintain healthy relationships and a balanced life. Another consequence of saying yes too often is that it leads to burnout. Many people find themselves juggling too many commitments, stretching themselves too thin, and feeling constantly drained. They overbook their schedules with work obligations, social events, and responsibilities they never wanted in the first place, leaving little room for rest, relaxation, or self-improvement. The result is stress, exhaustion, and a sense of being trapped in a never-ending cycle of obligation. The irony is that when you are overwhelmed, you become less effective, less present, and less capable of giving your best effort to anything. By trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, including yourself. Time is a limited resource, and every moment you give away to something unimportant is a moment taken away from something meaningful. If you say yes to every favor, project, or social event, you are saying no to something else, perhaps your health, your dreams, or your personal growth. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world understand that they must be selective with their commitments. They recognize that every decision to engage in one activity means sacrificing time that could be spent on another. Therefore, they learn to say no to things that do not align with their goals or values without guilt or hesitation. Learning to set boundaries and say no when necessary is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It allows you to take control of your time and ensures that you are investing it in things that truly matter. When you prioritize your own goals, you will find that you have more energy, more focus, and a greater sense of fulfillment. You will no longer feel overwhelmed by obligations that drain you, and you will be able to give your best self to the things and people that truly deserve your time. Being selfish with your time isn't negative. It's about self-care and prioritizing what truly matters. Too often people associate the idea of being selfish with something bad, as if prioritizing their own needs means they are neglecting others. However, there is a significant difference between being selfish in a harmful way and being intentional with your time for your own well-being. In reality, taking control of your time and setting boundaries is not only beneficial for you, but also for those around you. When you take care of yourself first, you have more energy, focus, and emotional availability to support the people who truly matter in your life. One of the biggest misconceptions about time management is that constantly being available for others is a sign of kindness and generosity. While it is important to help and support loved ones, it should not come at the expense of your own health, happiness, and progress. If you are constantly giving your time away to accommodate others, whether it's answering every phone call, attending every social event, or saying yes to every favor, you will eventually find yourself depleted. No one can pour from an empty cup. By ensuring that your time is spent on things that nourish and fulfill you, you are actually becoming a better version of yourself, which benefits everyone in your life. Another reason why being selfish with your time is necessary is that it helps you focus on what truly matters. Life is filled with endless distractions. If you do not actively choose how to spend your time, it will be consumed by things that do not contribute to your happiness or success. Being mindful of how you allocate your time allows you to focus on your personal goals, your passions, and the relationships that genuinely add value to your life. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who say yes to everything, but the ones who understand when to say no. Many people struggle with guilt when they begin setting boundaries and prioritizing their own time, but this guilt is often misplaced. Society has conditioned people to believe that being constantly busy or valuable is a measure of worth or success. However, real success comes from using time wisely, not just being busy for the sake of being busy. It is important to recognize that protecting your time is not selfish in a negative way. It is a necessary act of self-respect. You are the only person who truly understands what you need, and if you do not make your own well-being a priority, no one else will do it for you. The people who truly respect and care for you will understand and support your decision to be intentional with your time. Those who get upset when you set boundaries are often the ones who benefited from your lack of them. Learning to be selfish with your time does not mean isolating yourself or neglecting relationships. Rather, it means investing your time in the things and people that genuinely matter. It is about choosing quality over quantity, ensuring that the time you do spend with others is meaningful and fulfilling. By protecting your time, you create a life that is purposeful, balanced, and aligned with your true desires. Setting boundaries is essential because it protects your time and energy from unnecessary demands. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear disappointing others or being seen as unkind. However, without clear boundaries, your time becomes open for anyone to take, often leaving you feeling drained, overwhelmed, and frustrated. Boundaries are not about shutting people out or being selfish in a negative way. They are about ensuring that your time is spent in ways that align with your values, priorities, and well-being. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing they must be available to everyone at all times. This is especially common in today's fast-paced world where technology has made it easier than ever for others to reach us through calls, texts, emails, and social media. Because of this constant access, many people feel obligated to respond immediately, attend to every request, and accommodate others' needs even when it disrupts their own plans. This lack of boundaries creates an unhealthy cycle where you feel like you are always giving but never receiving, always working but never resting, always available but never truly present for yourself. Another reason boundaries are essential is that they help you avoid burnout. When you don't set limits on how much time and energy you give to work, family, friends, or social obligations, you risk overcommitting yourself. You may say yes to every favor, attend every event, or take on extra responsibilities at work simply because you feel like you should. Over time, this leads to physical and mental exhaustion, making it harder to focus, stay productive, and enjoy the things that truly matter. By setting clear boundaries, you give yourself the space to recharge, ensuring that you have enough energy to give your best in the areas that truly deserve your attention. Setting boundaries also helps you prioritize your goals. When you allow others to dictate your time, your personal ambitions often get pushed aside. You may find yourself constantly helping others achieve their goals while neglecting your own. While supporting others is important, it should not come at the cost of your own success and happiness. Boundaries create the necessary structure for you to dedicate time to self-improvement, whether it's pursuing education, developing a skill, building a career, or working on a personal project. Without boundaries, you may find yourself wondering why you never have time for the things that truly matter to you. Learning to set boundaries can be difficult, especially if you are used to always being available. It requires the ability to say no without guilt, communicate your limits clearly, and recognize when something is taking up time that could be better spent elsewhere. Some people may not react well when you start enforcing boundaries. But that is often because they have become accustomed to having unlimited access to your time. True friends, supportive family members, and understanding colleagues will respect your decision to prioritize your time wisely. In the long run, setting boundaries allows you to build healthier relationships, reduce stress, and live a life that aligns with your personal needs and goals. Non-productivity is not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. Many people equate being busy with being productive, but the two are not the same. It is easy to fill a schedule with endless tasks, meetings, and responsibilities. But if those activities do not contribute to personal growth, happiness, or success, they are simply distractions. True productivity comes from focusing on the tasks that bring meaningful progress toward your goals, while eliminating or delegating those that do not. This shift in mindset is crucial because many people spend their days feeling exhausted from busyness rather than fulfilled by productivity. One of the main reasons people struggle with productivity is that they try to do too many things at once. Multitasking, while often praised as a valuable skill, can actually reduce efficiency and increase stress. When you divide your attention across multiple tasks, the quality of your work suffers and it takes longer to complete each task. Instead of trying to do everything at once, highly productive people focus on what is most important. They prioritize their time by setting clear goals, breaking them down into manageable steps, and dedicating their energy to tasks that have the most significant impact. Another key aspect of productivity is eliminating distractions. The modern world is full of interruptions. From constant phone notifications to unplanned requests from colleagues, friends, or family members, without clear boundaries, it is easy to get pulled into conversations, social media, or unnecessary meetings that consume time without offering any real value. Being selfish with your time means recognizing these distractions and actively working to reduce them. This could mean setting specific times for checking emails, turning off phone notifications while working, or letting others know when you are unavailable for unnecessary interruptions. Productivity also requires understanding that not everything deserves your immediate attention. Many people fall into the trap of urgency, believing that every request, message, or task must be addressed right away. However, not everything is urgent and not everything requires your involvement. Learning to differentiate between what is truly important and what can wait is essential for managing time effectively. This means prioritizing deep work, tasks that require focus and effort, over small reactive tasks that do not contribute to long-term goals. It also means learning to say no to commitments that do not align with your priorities. Another challenge with productivity is the belief that working longer hours equals achieving more. In reality, overworking often leads to burnout, decreased motivation, and lower quality results. The most productive people understand the importance of balance. They take breaks when needed, rest when necessary, and make time for activities that recharge their minds and bodies. When you prioritize quality over quantity, you can accomplish more in less time while maintaining energy and enthusiasm for your work. Being selfish with your time when it comes to productivity does not mean neglecting responsibilities or avoiding work. Instead, it means taking control of your schedule and ensuring that your energy is directed toward meaningful and impactful tasks. It is about working smarter, not harder, and recognizing that time is too valuable to be wasted on activities that do not contribute to personal or professional growth. When you start focusing on what truly matters, you become more efficient, less stressed, and ultimately more successful in achieving your goals. Being selfish with your time is not about neglecting others or avoiding responsibilities. It is about valuing yourself enough to protect your energy, focus, and well-being. Time is the one resource you can never get back, so it is essential to use it wisely. When you learn to set boundaries, say no without guilt, and prioritize what truly matters, you take control of your life instead of letting external demands dictate how you spend your days. By being intentional with your time, you create space for growth, success, and fulfillment. In the end, the quality of your life is determined by how well you use your time. So guard it fiercely and invest it wisely.